Hi everybody, Sheena here with Banter Bliss Candle Company. I wanted to give you a preview today of our popular candle making kits. Now these have been increasingly popular because people are looking for fun activities that they can do at home. Now our candle making kits are hassle-free. They all come pre-measured and with enough supplies to make 4 7-ounce candles. They do ship in this box, and I do recommend this activity for 10 years of age and older. Typically, I don't like having younger kids around the fragrance oils and the hot wax, so do keep that in mind if you are purchasing this for a family activity, that the age requirements are generally about 10 years and up. Secondly, when you are doing this at home, you want to make sure that you're doing it in an area with a wipeable counter. You don't ever want to make candles or handle fragrance oils on wood furniture. You want something that's going to wipe up easily, and I always recommend putting down a tray so that if you do spill any fragrance oils, that it's not going to mess up your furniture or your countertops. Fragrance oils can be very hard on plastics and various fabrics, so do keep that in mind when you are making candles. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate for you how easy it is to make your own candles at home. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to do when making candles is you're going to go ahead and grab your jar. Now our candle making kits come with 4 9-ounce straight-sided tumblers, so they're going to look like this, and they do each have a lid that goes on it. So you're going to start by prepping your jars. To prep your jars, you're going to go ahead and you're going to grab a warning label. The kits do come with the warning labels already printed. You're going to go ahead and you're going to affix the warning label to the bottom of the jar. Then you're going to grab your double-sided wick stickers. This is a wick sticker, and they're very easy to use. They're just like double-sided stickers, so you peel off the tab, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to affix the wick or stick the wick to the wick sticker. And you can go ahead and straighten out your wick. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to remove the second side of the paper, so you've got your sticky part of the sticker exposed. And then you can go ahead and drop your wick in the center of the jar and go ahead and press it in. Now once you've done that, your jar is fully prepped. You can go ahead and set it aside. We're not going to use it again until we pour the candle. Now, as I mentioned earlier, our candle making kits do come with everything pre-measured, so it's very easy. They come with 2 bags of wax and 2 bottles of fragrance. So you don't have to measure anything, you don't need a scale. You're basically going to melt 1 bag of wax and add 1 bottle of fragrance. And that's going to be, each bag is going to make 2 candles. So we're going to start right now by making 2 candles. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another jar, which we have pre-prepped already. So we've got our 2 pre-prepped jars right here. Now I'm also working in our studio right now, so instead of starting from scratch, I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to grab some wax from our melter to make these candles. When making candles at home, what you're going to need to use is a double boiler, which is a small pot. You're going to put a couple inches of water, and the pot needs to be big enough to hold your pour pitcher. So the pour pitcher I'm going to use is our 4-pound pour pitcher. Your candle making kit will come with a 2-pound pour pitcher, and what you want to do is you just want to put a pot with, like I said, a couple inches of water on the stove, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to place your bag of wax in the pour pitcher and set the pour pitcher in the boiling water. The heat from that boiling water is going to heat up the metal pour pitcher and will melt the wax. And then what you can do is you can go ahead and clip one of these thermometers on the side of your pour pitcher, and that is going to go ahead and allow you to monitor the temperature of the wax. We usually heat the wax to roughly about 190, 200 degrees, and then pour it like 180, 190. So actually this is a 4-pound pour pitcher. You're going to get a 2-pound pour pitcher in your kit. You will get a candle making thermometer, and both of these items can be reused. So if you make these candles and you decide you want to make candles again, these 2 items you can use again. You can also reuse your jars once you've burned through your candles by simply wiping them out and repurposing them for another set of candles. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add 360 grams of wax to our pour pitcher, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the fragrance and mix it up and pour our candles. Very easy and simple to do at home. Okay, 360 grams of wax. So again, I'm cheating a little bit because I don't have a stove here to show you what a double boiler setup is like. But when you are doing this at home, you'll basically take your pot, a couple inches of water, stick this bag of wax in here, melt it to the right temperature, and then you'll grab 1 bottle of fragrance and you'll go ahead and you'll add it to your melted wax. Now this is our lavender and vanilla kit. So right now I'm making the lavender candles. Now every kit also comes with this mini whisk. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start stirring up the wax and the fragrance. Now you want to stir this for a good couple minutes. You really want to make sure that the wax and fragrance bind well together. All right. So I usually will mix for 1 or 2 minutes. I'm going to speed it up for you. So in our pour pitcher, we have our wax with our fragrance. Now, 360 grams of wax is enough to make 2 7-ounce candles. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to split this wax between our 2 prep jars. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pour. And I usually stop pouring around where this threading starts on the jar. So we'll go ahead and we'll pour our first candle. And I'm going to stop when it hits the threading, and then we're going to move to our second one. And there it is. Now you should not have any leftover supplies, or I'm sorry, leftover wax and fragrance. You can split these evenly between your 2 jars. We have everything pre-measured, so you don't have to worry about having any excess. Okay, so now you'll see that you have your 2 candles poured. So the next thing that you're going to do is we do provide these clothespins. And what these clothespins are used for are to keep the wick centered while the candle's solidifying. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and grab a clothespin and you're going to thread the wick through the metal hole of the clothespin. Now you can let it just rest on the top of the jar, but what I like to do, just in case someone bumps the table, is I like to use the clothespin to clip it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do that for the second one as well. So again, you can just thread it through and you can let it set, or you can go ahead and clip it. Okay, so now you've got both of your candles poured. These will take about 2 to 3 hours to solidify, and once they've solidified, what you're going to do is you're going to take a pair of scissors and you're going to trim the wick to about 1/4 of an inch. Now once you've trimmed the wick, the candles are not technically ready to burn. I do recommend allowing the candles to cure for at least 24 to 48 hours before you burn them. And curing just means letting them set aside for 24 to 48 hours and not burning them. You can go ahead after they've solidified and you've trimmed the wick, you can go ahead and put the lids on and just set them aside for 24 to 48 hours. After that time has elapsed, then you can go ahead and start burning them. That's just going to allow you to get the best scent out of your candle as possible. So that's it. Very easy to make your own candles at home. Again, our candle making kits come with enough supplies to make 4 candles. Our kits are available on our website at www.banterandbliss.com, and we have 4 scent selections that you can choose from. So we have our Amber Antique and Bamboo Citron kit, we have our Lavender and Vanilla kit, we have our Blood Orange and Tropical Paradise kit, and then we also have our Rose and Hydrangea kit. And these are, I may have just said this, these are $64.99. They do come with free shipping, so that is one thing to keep in mind when you are purchasing. And they do ship in the candle making box. So if you have any questions about how to use our candle making kits, feel free to reach out to us on our website at www.banterandbliss.com. Or you can send us an email at hello@banterandbliss.com. If you do purchase a kit and you have any questions while you are going through the process of making candles, we are always available to help as well and answer any questions. And you can go ahead and you can email us to our email at hello@banterandbliss.com, and we're generally pretty quick about responding to those emails. So if you're looking for a fun activity to do at home with a family, keep in mind our candle making kits. I guarantee you're going to have a great time and you'll end up with some fun candles that you can burn while you're staying at home.